From Burlington, Wisconsin, it's time for Miller Lite All-Star Bowling.
Miller Lite All-Star Bowling is brought to you by Lynch GM Superstore. Nobody sells for less than Lynch. 900 Global. For all your bowling equipment and attire, it's 900 Global. Your local bowling center. And Towne & Country Lanes in Burlington, Wisconsin, the home of All-Star Bowling.
Match number 1 of our 2013 season about to begin. Andy DeCallaway and Joe Olivo, and Andy will start things off on lane 15. Out of Mount Prospect, Illinois. And our first shot of the season underway, and we get off to a roaring start here on Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. Glad you're with us for another season of outstanding bowling. Andy gets things started in a perfect way here out of Mount Prospect, Illinois. And now Joe Olivo out of Lannon, Wisconsin. Very familiar around southeast Wisconsin. I guess you call it a household name when it comes to bowling.
Yeah, Joe's one of the better bowlers here in Wisconsin. He's been on a TV show before. He finished second a few years ago, got beat by Kevin Swaby, but Joe's here every year. Real solid. He's in that age division. He can bowl in the seniors or the regular, and he chooses the seniors. A shot of Tony Robertini here will be in a few weeks later to bowl. He's down watching today.
Joe pulled it, crossing over. Get a break there, taking out the 9-pin, so the 3, 6, 10.
Got a little quick with his feet on that one, John, and lost the ball in a downswing. And that's what happens when you rush up and you lose the ball and the ball hits up on you. So he'll go cross lane to 3, 6, 10.
Right on it.
Fair.
Good conversion for Joe Olivo, so off to a strike spare start today. Andy DeCallaway out of Mount Prospect, Illinois. He has a Team Illinois title to his credit. As we said, one of the young guns out of the great junior programs out of the area from northeast Illinois. Part of that group that comes up every year to try and make the show, Merle.
Right, yeah, I sure do. There's really some good bowlers. I think Andy made the top 16, the junior gold one year, which is a real feat. There's a nice shot there.
No doubt that 10-pin was going to go down. Andy had a chance to visit with him before our match today and talking a little bit about his experiences at the PBA regional level.
Andy, congratulations on making our television show this season.
Thank you very much.
I understand you participated in your first PBA regional tour. How was that experience?
It was good. It was surreal. It was a lot of the regional pros around our area, like Paul Bober, Rich Blake, Andy Lewis, Mike Style. They all convinced me to do it, and I bowled on the shark pattern, which was kind of my bread and butter, and did really well. Did a 312 over for 8, and next day I had to bowl against Steve Jaros and Pete Weber, so it was a fun experience. I didn't do so well, but I learned a lot from it, and I think that's just as important. So, now I'm going to take it here and hopefully try to win this thing.
It's all about the experience out there, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's the most important thing.
Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
About 3/4 of the approach, solid at the line. Got the mix, the old Swiss shot out of that 7.
Down there's a shot there. A couple of our junior bowlers, Kim Brown and Taylor Milan. They're a couple of our top junior bowlers, and they're in here to watch Cody Hobeck today, of course.
And Cody will be our top seed here. He'll be up a little bit later as Joe comes back with a strike. So Both bowlers clean here through the first 3 frames. Joe Olivo had a chance to visit with him before our match today. Get thoughts on being fed to the young guns here today.
Joe, congratulations making the television show. They fed you right to the young lions here today.
Isn't that something? I guess I got what I asked for.
How you been hitting them this year?
I've been bowling good. I've actually been practicing quite a bit. One of my teammates just made it here, Bob Greenfield. We've been throwing a lot more practice games, and I'm bowling competition as much as I can too. You know, mass tournaments and all the things we have around here, we bowl quite a bit.
I was going to say, league play just doesn't quite get enough. You got to get out there and throw off league, correct?
Well, I think so too. Usually the shot's kind of easy in league, and it's not as good a practice as when you're just, you know, trying to work on certain things, making spares and hitting your target.
How do you see 15 and 16 here today?
They seem pretty nice. I know my opponent was striking like crazy, but we'll see what happens.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Looking for a double here in the 4th. Again, pulled it over the top, this time leaving the 6.
Joe got a little quick on that one, too, with his feet. He didn't keep the slow footwork like he wanted to. He got just a little quick, and again, lose the ball, and the downswing comes high, and fortunately, he only left the 6-spin.
Comes up with the spare. Joe Olivo converting in the 4th. Here comes Andy now with the 3-bagger working through the first 3 frames. Again, our sponsors are back again this year. Longest string of strike prize this season, the Lebby's Pizzas from our good friends at Lebby's Frozen Pizzas. You gotta love it. It's Lebby's. And also our Lynch Superstore prize this year, the iPod. We're giving that away along with your opportunity later on down the road. Our viewers will get a chance to win a pair of bowling balls here from 900 Global. We'll talk more about that as our match continues. And Andy with 4 in a row.
Yeah, Joe Arvai helps us with the Global 900, and he's from Racine.
You got the look on the right side there, and the Cobra, the black one,
right
on the left. And our viewers will get a chance to have an opportunity to call in and win a bowling ball later on during the show this season, so be looking for that. We thank Joe and the folks at 900 Global, also John Fisher and the gang over at Lynch Superstore for those prizes. And of course, our good friends at Miller Lite, CJW and Kenosha, were always appreciative of their proud support. Well, the messenger get there not quite, so a 10-pin stops the front 4 here for Andy.
Yeah, John, we thank Glenn Montegrano and his family and staff and everybody at CJW, because without their big support, we could not run the television show. And there's a shot of the Miller Lite logo, and appreciate everything they do for us.
Keeps it all together for us. We appreciate that. As cross lane on the 10-pin for Andy. So
right.
Streak ends at 4, spare up in the 5th. Andy with about a 30-pin lead here going into the back half of our match number 1. The winner of this game will face Michael Stile out of Wheeling, Illinois. He'll be next up for the winner of this match. Joe trying to come right back. And that 6 just a little lazy in the channel there.
It's just that week 10 that we talked about. It's the entry into the pocket, and there's a shot of Gary Schaefer, our local pro shop operator here, and then that's Bob Greenfield out of Milwaukee's down here watching Joe, because I think they're teammates. And nice of Bob to come down.
Cross lane at the 10, dead on it. Joe with his strike ball throwing that hammer taboo. One of the arsenal, part of his arsenal here today. Get a good look at the wrist and ball delivery for Joe as he gets to the line. Solid as usual. Much better look there in 15, but leaving the 4.
You notice, John, Joe uses a 4-step approach, and nowadays in bowling you don't see that too often. It's usually the 5-step, but Joe's from the old school, and that's the 4-step, and that's how most of us guys learn to bowl, using 4.
Right to left, going after that 4-pin, comes up with the spare. So Joe clean through 6, but will trail here by a couple of marks. Andy DeCallaway rolling that IQ Tour and the IQ Pearl, part of his weaponry here today. Hospitality manager and chef. Been bowling since the age of 4. All 10 straight back. That's solid.
Just shot of Mike Miller there, one of our employees, and Mike tried out for the show. He just came a little short this year, but he's getting closer every year, so one of these years he'll make it. He's been bowling really well.
Again, the junior program out here, outstanding, producing some great bowlers here.
Yep. Mike, Cody, Taylor, Kim, they all come out of our program. And
of course, right from the junior out to the high school program out here, which is outstanding as well.
yeah, Steve Inger, our coach, and Kelly Miller, our girls coach, do a great job with that.
Coming up high, got it off the dry spot early and got away with it there.
And I knew that too. He come up out of that ball a little bit, John, and it's because you, come up, you pull your head up, pull your shoulders up, and you lose it. So he knew it the minute he let it go that it was.
Well, a 6-9 conversion here. Right on it. You're flattening that ball out, rolling over the thumb hole.
That's how they do that. These younger guys just come back and throw the ball hard on that right side, as we were saying on a previous show.
Joe Olivo now stepping up for his 7th frame, down about 30 here.
Yeah. Needs to get a strike or two to get going.
There's the first one.
The first one, that's a nice shot, nice shot.
Joe, regional sales manager for Pepsi. Enjoys baseball and golf. 6 state titles to his credit, 5 city titles, 3 master tournament titles. He has had 15 800 series to his credit. That means you've been around a long time, I think, is what that means.
Yeah, and that means you're real good. That's pretty phenomenal.
Much better reaction on 15 for Joe. Big double set him up, pretty much evens up this match here. Maybe down by about a mark here, but puts himself in a position late. DeCallaway now up on 16 with a spare working in the 7th, shooting his 8th frame.
He just had a shot to Rusty Callaway, which is Andy's brother, and he'll be bowling later on down the road because he also qualified.
Wide, leaving the 2-8. Lucky he kicked that 10 out. Sometimes
Yes,
you see that ball get wide out of that. And
a little hard, a little carry down happening, which happens. And ball didn't read the lane quick enough, and they leave that 2-8. So
the double wood, the railroad, whatever you want to call it.
have to go straight at it, get it solid on.
And he's dead on it. That's the way to convert it. Spare up in the 8th for Andy.
There's only one way to pick up that spare, and that's it. Yeah.
Let the ball take both pins.
Has to, correct.
Mentioned he bowled in the regional tournament. He actually bowled match play against Pete Weber in that regional tournament. Hey, that's got to be an exciting throw.
It sure has to be.
Big ball, 9th frame here for Andy. Solid. Sets him up for the 10th frame.
There's a shot at Jake Kessler there. He's one of our employees and came out of our youth program also. And he's down here, of course, to cheer Cody on later on. So
That's a big ball here for Joe, 9th frame. A chance to take control here. Weak 10. Oh.
Another 10 pin. He knew it too. He threw it well. It just didn't reach soon enough, and just a hair late leaves that 10 pin. The 6 pin don't come off the
It's just that
kickback, and that's what happens.
going at the 10, got it.
Yeah.
So spare up in the 9th.
That was a big shot for Joe there. He
Yep.
could have needed that one. He'll need to go out here and just
217. Best he can do here if he fills up the entire 10th frame and at least force Andy to mark here in the 10th.
correct.
That one jumped up high, leaving the 4. It's been more of a timing issue with Joe here
I think
today.
so, yeah. Just a little bit quick a couple of times, and that's what happens, you know. If you get a little fast with your feet, you'll either lose the ball and come high, or it'll stay wide on you, way wide. He'll go cross lane, cover that 4 pin. That's good.
Makes the spare, so fill ball here in the 10th gets them all. Give him 206.
Case here in this game, Joe carried a couple of 10 pins there. There'd have been a big difference, and that's what it amounts to. Just a little bit weak on the shots, and 10 pin stayed.
There we get this mix. 206 for Joe, and really the situation all but decided here because Andy needs 9 on 2 balls here.
Right. You ever notice, so you always strike on the fill ball?
Yeah.
Seems to happen, don't it?
Change balls here. Go with a different ball and finishes it off in grand fashion here. So Andy DeCallaway is our winner here in match number 1. He's going to move on to face Michael Style. So perhaps that regional tour experience giving Andy a little boost here in match play. Using that to his advantage here through the first game. He is lined up. Possible 247 to finish it off here. All smiles, Andy. He enjoys the game. He just, when he's out there, whether it's in a tournament or league play or open play, he just enjoys the game. For 247, got it. 247 to 206. Andy DeCallaway moves on to take on Michael Style. We'll have match number 2 for you right after this.
Miller Lite All-Star Bowling is brought to you by John Magna Pro Shop. GMBA Hall of Famer John Magna has been helping bowlers improve their scores with his expertise and unbeatable prices on the right equipment. Get the Magna Advantage at John Magna Pro Shop, 92nd Street, Milwaukee. And by Bowler's Choice Pro Shop. USBC Hall of Fame inductee and pro bowler Lenny Borsch is the expert at Racine's best full-service pro shop, Bowler's Choice, helping folks since 1983. Highway 31 inside Castle Lanes. Call Lenny at 262-633-2296.
match here today in our first show of the 2013 season. Andy DeCalloway with a winner over Joe Olivo, so he will take on Michael Stile out of Wheeling, Illinois. Mike had the choice, and he's electing to bowl first here on lane 15.
Yeah, that's bowler's choice, and it's sometimes they go by how the other bowler looked on the particular lane also, so see how it goes.
Ring and 10.
Good shot, solid 10 pin. Qualifying, Mike really had a good start. He went 260, 250 his first two games in the second round, and he finished with a 250 game, so he can throw some big ones.
Gonna go cross lane. Polyester ball makes the 10. So Mike off to a mark here to get things started in game number 2 of our first match. Again, the winner today of today's matches advances into the men's finals for a shot at $1,200. They get a good field this year. We had 153 bowlers try out for the show.
Yeah, and talking about that, if anybody wants to try out next year, you can call us here at Towne Country Lanes at 262-763-7333, and you can bowl by yourself or get yourself in or bring a full squad of 24 out. We start qualifying the first week in December all the way into January, so if anybody would have an interest in that, please feel free to call.
Andy made a ball switch there at the end of that first game, and he's staying with it. That's that new storm ball, the IQ Tour Pearl.
It's a very popular ball. You see a lot of them out there.
And that seems to have worked as he's thrown 5 straight. Michael Stile also throwing that IQ Pearl Tour Edition. Same result, just a little late getting to the pocket.
2 solid 10s, both good shots. Just like you said, late entry, and 6-pin goes around.
Yeah, it's all angle entry with these new balls now, the new resin products and all these new. It's all on how you roll the ball through the pocket. If it's coming in forward roll, you're going to carry that. If it comes in on the side or behind the head pin, as we say, that's when you start leaving the 10 pins. But Mike has made both spares so far here today, so just has to stay with it.
You know, when you're making good shots like that, you can't change. You can't change balls or change angles because it's solid. You just got to.
Gets up right toward that front part of the approach. 5.5 step delivery, and there's much better shot for Mike. Carried them all back. First strike of the day for Mike Stile out of Wheeling, Illinois. And the winner of this match moves on to take on our top seed here today, Cody Holbeck, the defending champion from the 2012 Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. Andy with a double working here, his third frame. That one wide, and there's the 210.
That sometimes happens, especially on 16. We've seen it through the years. It starts to carry down, and sometimes you get a little bit of reaction, and you get that late reaction on the ball, especially on that lane. We've seen that many times. He'll throw hard across, and
went right between them.
Missed them all. That's he certainly was trying to get one of them, but he just lost that one. So
open frame, first of the day here for Andy. Stops the string at 2. Early enough though in the match with the double already, just a chance to get right back up there. Tripped the high 4 there.
He
thought that was going to jump way over.
That was going to be high. He thought that was in. He tripped it out. He kind of knows that.
Mike Stile, a warehouse manager in shipping and receiving. won a USBC team all-event championship back in 2003, I should say.
That's quite a feat.
You get an eagle, you're doing something.
Especially in team all events, that's really a feat. Okay, another 10 pin.
6-pin not cooperating today.
No. Not quite as solid on that lane as he was on 15, so. I would think the next time you go there, he'll make a adjustment. He'll move right a little bit, get the ball hitting a little quicker, cross lane at the 10 pin, and he got it.
So 59 in the third with the spare up here in the fourth. You get a look at Mike's wife, Tina, watching here today. Mike stepping up here on lane 15. Fifth frame. It came all the way out. You see how far out he got that ball and still had enough on it to get in there and drive through the head pin.
Yeah, he went a little bit wider on that shot. Hit the less oil out there, and ball reacted good, and red lane came back, and good speed to carry the 10 pin.
Well, Andy has a strike working here in the fourth, stepping up for his fifth frame on lane 16. And he too leaving the 10 pin.
It all comes down to that, John, especially as good as these guys are and how they roll the ball, they're going to hit the pocket. If you got the right speed and the right entry, you'll carry that 10 pin. If you carry 10 pins, you win. That's exactly what it is. There's a shot at Dawn Holbeck there. Cody's mother's here watching. Watch Cody when he comes in later. Good spare.
He's right up with the spare, 74 in the fourth, spare up in the fifth, so virtually even here halfway through our match today. Again, the winner will meet Cody Holbeck. It's our top seed here today. Again, 16 bowlers making the show, 4 each show here over the next couple of weeks, and that'll fill our final field. And then those final 4 bowlers will square off for a $1,200 payday. Good shot. Came right back on 15 with a solid strike here in the sixth.
See him a little wider on that shot, and the ball came back harder out there.
We had a chance to visit with Mike before our match here today and talk with him about making the TV show.
Mike, congratulations making the television show. You're the top seed out here today.
Thank you. It's a lot of high scoring, so we had to be positive in our shot making and hopefully get the strikes when we needed, so that way we can be as one of the higher seeds.
It's one of a balanced field here today. You got the young gun, you got the old veteran, you got yourself out here, so it's kind of a blended talent pool here today.
Yes, it is. I mean, these young kids now coming up are just phenomenal, and the games that they bring on, it's got to make our game. We got to step it up another level, so that way we can be competitive as much as what they're being competitive.
I got to ask, some guys don't want to watch, some guys watch every match. What are you going to be doing as the top seed here today?
It'll vary depending on how well I'm bowling. I'll sit and watch, but otherwise, you know, it's every pressure situation. You might want to just, you know, look away for right now. So we'll see how it goes.
Good luck to you today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nope. Slowed that one down, the big 4.
Sometimes that happens, you know, you leave 10 pins and then you get a little softer to get it hit up, and just got too soft and the ball ripped up on him. He'll go over, take 2 pins.
Tried to slap that one out of the pit, but got the 2, takes the count. So an open frame for Mike, his first of the day. And we're locked up virtually dead even here. Wide, late. Messenger got a piece of the 10.
Got everything but getting it. Yeah, it looked like it was going to go across and take it, and it just touched but didn't knock it over. So
Cross lane at the 10, right on it. Comes right back with a spare in the 7th, so Andy now stepping up for his 7th frame, has a strike up in the 6th, so the virtue of that strike here has about an 8-pin lead here.
yeah, there's about 1 mark difference. They both have one open, but Andy's got the double.
Impressive there, and ringing 10. Boy, you saw that 6 just tomahawk its way over the
Boy,
top.
that looked really, really good going in, and it just rang. And that's not a weak 10. That's one that just hits so hard. Again, hits a little late, hits hard, and 6-pin goes around.
And on it. Converts the spare in the 7th. 114 through 6 with the spare up.
A 1 mark lead right now. Both have spares in the 7th. And
Andy getting lined up here on 15. We're late in match number 2. Oh, he really came out of that one hard. That ball sailed on him. Never really got out of the oil. You want that wet-dry reaction.
Yeah.
Never really got out of that.
just never got out of it all, never reacted. And
so the washout conversion
tried
here.
to slide that 1 pin over into the 10.
Got it. Nice conversion.
Nice shot.
Making out the 1, 2, 4, 10. Keeps him in this match.
Yeah, that's a big shot there because you get that, you're still in it. You still got the lead. If you don't, then you're back even. So Mike needs to get a couple strikes here to set up.
Both bowlers have struggled here on 16 as they've left 10 pins here. See if Mike makes an adjustment. We had the big 4 here on the last shot. Let's see if he gets a better reaction. There you go. Trip that 10 out.
There was a shot there at John Davis. He also will be coming back a few weeks to bowl. He made qualified in the top 16.
Big shot. Tripped out the 7. Huge double here for Mike.
Yeah, that was big.
That gives him the opportunity here. He'll finish last here as Andy will go here for his 9th and 10th. And he knows what he's got to do here. If he goes all the way out for 210. Needs a conversion. Got it. Needed that strike there in the 9th.
It was a good shot. Great execution there. Everything was just perfect. And now he'll finish on 15. And
this all comes down to
he needs this strike here, John, to
force Mike to mark.
Mark or more, right.
First ball, 10th frame. Perfect.
Great shot.
As we said, that forces Mike to mark in the 10th.
Now, if he gets the next one, it'll force Mike to strike.
Yep.
So we're right down to the end, and every shot is very important.
A 2-0 pace right here. This to get him up in the 210 as Mike looks on. Second ball, 10th frame, got the swisher going. Well, he sets it up now where Mike knows what he's got to do.
It's all in Mike's hands, right?
Yep.
If he goes out, he wins. Because Andy can get 210.
Got it. Filled him up in the 10th. 210 for Andy DeCallaway. Did what he had to do.
Right.
He has forced Mike here. Step up in the 10th frame on lane 16, needing a strike on this first ball. Must have here. Got it. Got the first one.
He needs this one to win, John.
Yep.
If he gets this one, he wins. If he don't, Andy wins. It's right down to the last shot. That's because he can get 215 if he goes out. So this where match play is fun.
You know, most bowlers would want it this way. You can put it in your own hands. Anything less than a strike, Andy would be the winner. Mike needs this one. Got it wide. Will it get enough up there? All but the 2, and he knew it.
Yeah,
Yep.
he knew it the minute he let it out. He just got a little wide and too low.
So Andy survives here as he filled up the 10th. Those 4 in a row got him into our top match here. He'll take on Cody Holbeck. There's a hug from both bowlers. Match number 3 will come your way right after this.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
Zoink! What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! The pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous.
No joke. Ken, I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one. Miller one. Man, hell no. Hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Acres and acres of over 500 vehicles for you to choose from. Shop Lynch for your best deal.
You do the driving, we'll do the listening, because I want you to love how you feel in your new ride.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Andy DeCallaway moves up into our final match here today against the top seed, Cody Holbeck, defeating Michael Style 210 to 204. Cody, the top seed today, had the choice. He elects to start on lane 15.
Yeah, and some guys like to finish knowing what they have to have. Other guys like to finish first, so it's a choice of how you feel, how the lanes are reading for you.
Big bending hook for Cody Holbeck out of Burlington. Got his cheering section revved up early. Andy DeCallaway comes right back with a strike. Boy, if you were with us in that second match, struck out in the 10th, forcing Mike to double. Mike got that first strike in the 10th, but left the single pin, the 2-pin. Came right down to the final ball. Since the end of that first game, making that equipment switch to the IQ Tour Pearl, Andy's been pretty much stroking the pocket. Got that one out. Held up nicely.
Nice shot.
Double start for Andy DeCallaway out of Mount Prospect. And our defending champion from All-Star Bowling a year ago, Cody Holbeck. One of the young stars rising out of the junior program and the high school program out here in Burlington.
Cody's made the finals in a junior gold, not the finals, but he's qualified for junior gold 3 years in a row, which is a national tournament, which is a good feat no matter how you bowl once you get there. So
high back swing comes out hard. You hear the fingers pop out of that ball.
Yeah, and he works hard on his bowling game. I've known Cody since he was actually born and been here at Town and Country all the years, and he does work at it, works very hard. There's a sign of all his friends and teammates over here. They all bowl together. And
does a little bit of everything out here. I think he's going to have my job before it's all said and done.
Yeah, he's takes care of it all. He's one of our employees, and he works and very capable of everything.
See him get that hand position just right. Swinging it out just enough. Boy, you hear that ball slam that pocket and throwing that high road by storm. And boy, just a nice smooth arc out of that.
I think he thought he let that one go a little far, but it.
Jerry Reamer in his corner here today.
Yeah, there's Jerry. Cody. It's a lot of advice from Jerry and Kerry Schaefer. They're two people that pretty much guide Cody with his bowling and advise him also.
All but the 9. We talked about leaving an 8-pin as the stone tap. How about the 9-pin?
That's what I say. I keep saying they always say the 8-pin's the only true tap, but they haven't convinced me that that's not a tap, because that ball was perfectly thrown, and you'll leave that. Nowadays with the balls and the reactions and hard to hit, you'll leave them solid 9s many times. Good spare.
On top of the spares, so double spare start for Andy DeCallaway in our final match of the day. The winner moves on to the top 4, rolling for the finals. Again, at stake, top first place prize money at $1,200 in that field of 4. Andy all but the 7.
Yeah, John, I think this year we're paying about $6,800, $6,900 in prize money, and entries were up a little bit this year, and I appreciate that from all the bowlers that came in, all the squad sponsors in particular who helped to put this together, because without them we couldn't make this tournament continue to go, and appreciate all their help.
Cross lane going at the 7, just enough lane to get that ball there.
I think Andy's thinking, uh-oh. He kind of thought for a moment that might be headed down, but got to spare, and that's all you need right now.
Now, we spoke with Cody before our match here today, get his thoughts on returning as the defending champion.
Cody, congratulations. You're back to defend the title.
Yes, I am. I'm here to look for another one also.
How you been hitting them?
I've been hitting them actually pretty well. I'm averaging 236 on a Saturday morning league. I got 4 300s and an 800 this year. I'm just throwing the ball extremely well right now.
You're just one of those young guns out of the junior program. How important is that for a junior bowler maybe watching in today to take advantage of that?
I think it's going to give them a lot of confidence and show that they can do anything that I have as long as they practice hard and not mess around while they're practicing.
Any advice?
Just like I said, just practice like you should, and then practice like you play. I mean, you got to throw the ball like you do when you're out there to win a tournament or for a high school match. I mean, you can't go out there and mess around. You got to throw it like you're out there to win.
Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Got it. There you get a look at Kerry Schaefer looking on. Schaef's Pro Shop here.
Shot there, too, in the background of Dave Milan. He's one of our bowlers, and he follows Cody around. And Jim Milbrath is there, which is Rob Milbrath's father, and Jim's one of our junior coaches, so he's down here because they've helped coach through the years. And appreciate everything all those coaches do with their volunteer basis, especially Jim.
Cody with the front 4. Get this match started. Again, got the light mix. Cody with 5 in a row. Gives us the opportunity to remind you our longest string of strike prize this season, Lebby's Frozen Pizzas. Bowler will receive pizzas from Lebby's. You got to love it. It's Lebby's. We thank them for coming back this year as our sponsor. Also a reminder, High Game Award this year gets the iPad courtesy of Lynch Superstore. And then you see the 2 bowling balls that we're going to be giving away later on in our program. Viewers will have a chance to win either the Look or the Cobra, thanks to Joe Arvai and the folks at 900 Global Bowling for that prize donation as well. Andy striking here in the 5th. Needs to get something going here. Trails early in this match.
Well, you get 2 guys here that can both throw strikes, and so everyone is important.
Took a little something off that. Just that late roll into the pocket, leaving the 10.
John, it looked to me like he got a little quick with his feet there. He started out with his footwork, and the ball didn't get going soon enough and come a little late, and that's what happens. It doesn't take much, just a little second minute thing, and there it is.
Just enough for the 10 pin.
He got the spare anyway.
Wry smile out of Andy, keeping his balance at the line, so keeping it clean through 6. But Cody right off the chute here with 5 in a row. Tri-City Scratch champion a couple of years ago. Of course, the defending champion of our television show from a year ago. Won the state youth doubles with Ryan Zager. Another bowling name here in the greater Racine County area as Cody comes back with the messenger.
Yeah, John, Ryan Zagar, of course. Zagar family out of Racine. Matt Zagar, of course, one of the better bowlers around. And then Ryan and his younger brother Kyle coming up now. And Cody and Ryan stayed in the youth program because they want to bowl the state youth tournament again this year as doubles partners. So, it's pretty appreciative when these young guys could go to the adult, but they decide to stay in to win more scholarship money.
Again, that's a nice program that the USBC has put together
Correct.
for that,
right.
to allow that to happen.
Yeah, Ryan's in college right now, bowling, and using that scholarship money to help him.
Looking for 7. Got it. 7 in a row for Cody Hobeck.
And there's Jeff Nader. He's Cody's backer, supporter, the mayor of New Munster, Wisconsin, Jeff Nader.
It's big responsibility these days, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. And he tried out in the senior division, and he's still trying out. But
flipped the 2-8 back.
We appreciate Jeff doing that, and he comes in and bowls, and he, of course, Jeff and Cody's grandpa, Frito Wider, was very, very good friends. So Jeff comes in and supports Cody all the way, and that's nice. And Jeff's wife Mary's here today also. So.
Well, Andy needs to string some strikes to give himself a chance here. He's just running out of frames. Cody going to run away and hide here if Andy doesn't double up.
Yeah.
Got to have this one. Oh, that 6 flying right over the top of the 10.
It seems like he comes out a little flat on that one, just like the last time on that lane. For some reason, it seemed like with his arm release or his hand release was just a little flat and didn't come around the ball, hit the ball hitting up. But cross lane spare, and he got it.
Right on it. That's about all he can do. He knows.
And we've seen that 2 earlier matches, like in the champions division or the senior division. We had a match there where Pat Cornell threw 12 perfect shots, left 2 7 pins, got beat 259, and a higher score beat him. So it's just one shot here, one there, and make a game.
Looking for 8 in a row here on lane 16. Got it. 8 in a row for Mr. Holbeck.
One thing about bowling, there's no defense. And if the guy's throwing strikes and you don't, that's what's going to happen. And that's the nice thing about the game. It's not, it's all on you, and it's what you do. And like Andy's throwing the ball really good, and he has a solid 9, a couple of 10 pins. carry them, you're right there.
A little extra time here, 9th frame. Right on his mark. Got it. 9 in a row for Cody Holbeck. Putting on a clinic here today.
Determination in it. He really was determined.
I think Andy just wants to get out of everybody's way.
Yeah,
here.
that's Andy. Andy knows what's going on.
Yep.
I mean, he knows that too. And that's sportsmanship of bowlers. He knows the game's over, but get out of the way and let him take his time and concentrate. And that's the thing about bowlers. I think there's a lot of sportsmanship involved. Yeah, he just knows.
Now all of a sudden they start falling.
Well, it does, you know.
Well, still a pretty good day here for Andy, making it all the way up from the 4th spot to get into this position. And
yeah, he'll get a good paycheck out of that, and another strike for him. Yeah. He'll be in that $300 range, so that's a good payday.
one more ball here in the 10th for Andy DeCallaway. Possible 228, crossing over 225 for Andy DeCallaway. Well, we're going to see history here today or not. First ball, 10th frame. Looking for 10. Came up high, leaving the 4-pin. Good run for Cody Holbeck, 9 in a row. So he'll move on. Yet to have that perfect game here on TV.
Yeah, it was a good shot. Just a hair high. Almost a 4-9, but kicked a 9 out. And
in the running for the case of pizzas, though, from Lebby's.
He could use that. He likes to eat.
Makes the spare.
He also will take over the high game lead with the 270. So the high game, of course, supersedes the long string, but the tournament's a long ways to go. You know, somebody could get one yet. But
just say the early front runner.
Yeah, that's what you can say on this.
Okay.
Correct.
Now full ride here will get him 279 and advancing into the men's finals in a couple of weeks. Possible 279 with a full ride. 279 for Cody Holbeck to 225 for Andy DeCallaway. We'll be back to talk with the bowlers and award the prize checks right after this.
Miller Lite All-Star Bowling is brought to you by Alpine Lanes in Muskego, Wisconsin. People love our 16 lanes, 11 flat screens, and outdoor volleyball. But the food at the Avalanche Grill scores high too. Newly remodeled Alpine Lanes in Muskego is a family favorite. Check out Alpine's short season programs beginning in May. Old Settlers Bowling Center in Union Grove. Old Settlers Bowling Center on Highway 11 in Union Grove features bowling and a golf simulator indoors, sand volleyball and horseshoes for the summertime outdoors. For details on year-round fun, call 262-878-3709 or visit oldsettlersbowl.com. River City Lanes in Waterford, Wisconsin. River City Lanes, just off Highway 36 in Waterford, has a full calendar of bowling and specials with volleyball and horseshoe leagues now forming, plus a full menu of food and more than 80 types of bottled beer. River Lanes doesn't stop there. A full-service pro shop and Bruno's Restaurant and Banquet Hall make it a one-stop destination for high scores and full-service dining and entertaining. We do the work, you enjoy.
Cody
Holbeck, our winner here today, advancing into the men's finals, and Merle has prize checks for the bowlers.
Yeah, John, I do. Joe Olivo, I got a check for $225. Nice bowling, a couple 10 pins out there, but you got here. Appreciate you bowling, and thank you very much.
Great tournament. I really enjoy it, and you and your family do such a nice job on the tournament. And I can't wait to come next year.
Thank you, Joe, very much.
Joe, congratulations. Mike Style?
Yeah, Mike, here's a check for $250. You bowl well out there. A couple in the 10th, you'd have been there. But, again, appreciate you coming up and bowling in our tournament.
Thank you. I want to thank everyone that comes out to support this. I want to thank the sponsors, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be getting the kind of money that we would be getting. And thanks to you and everybody here at the Bowling Center, Town and Country. You do a wonderful job, and can't wait till next year.
Thank you very much.
Mike Style, congratulations. And now Andy DeCalloway.
Well, Andy, here's a check for $300. Congratulations. You bowled well out there today, but you ran into a buzzsaw, as you know happened, and that's bowling. But congratulations. You did a great job.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for running this. This is a great tournament. It's a lot of fun. Can't wait to come back next year. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Andy, thank you. And Cody, not much here, but chance to come back.
I'm not going to give you any money, but you'll be back later on. You bowled really, really great out there today. That's a great game, good run, and we'll see you back in the championship.
Yeah, the 10th shot just got a little bit slow. I thought I threw a good, came high left to 4 pin. It's fine, but I'm ready to come back and defend my title in championship match. Just like to thank you, Merle, and your family here for running the tournament, and also putting in Rule 400 so I can bowl. And also thank the sponsors and all the fans that came out to support us today.
Cody, congratulations. We'll see you down the road. That'll wrap things up here today. Join us again next week for another edition of Miller Lite All-Star Bowling.